This is recording 871. The name of this podcast is Listen Next, or podcast episode is Listen Next 871. The name of my podcast series is Speaking to the CIA. You can find me at speakingtothecia.com or christinastation918.com. Okay, so more connections from my previous recording. So this is going to be a continuation of my previous 3 recordings, okay, which is connected to all my podcasts. But okay, so okay, someone had pointed out, look, Arlene Brown, Arlene Brown is the one who sold Charles Manson property in California, and Arlene Brown is from Oklahoma. Okay, so Arlene Brown, so you know that means instantly Charles Manson. So Arlene Brown is in Alfred P. Neuman, the federal building, okay? The Oklahoma City bombing. Okay, so if you do the reduction of letters, you get NEBOFDRAH. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what's in it. Alright, so, and you have to see all code. Okay, penny, Benny, cent as in 1 penny, and then cent as in cent mail. Okay, and then, so see all code, all of that. Murphy Brown is in it. Lita Ford and Ozzy Osbourne are in it. Okay, so she's using them as a theme. So Lita Ford, Ozzy Osbourne, they sing this song. It was really famous as a duet. All I remember is on a train. They were sitting on a train. And if I close my eyes forever, something. Okay, so Lita Ford, Ozzy Osbourne is in it. And then Osborne Road in Phoenix is in it. And then Ted Kaczynski using his MBX Slope of a Line. Okay, so MBX is in it. Boxcar is in it. And then box and then car. So looking at the federal building as a box and then the U-Haul as a car. See what they did there? Gene Roberts and Ted Kaczynski. And Tim McVeigh and Terry Nichols. Also, Mind Blown is in it, which probably goes to the Gone with the Wind ciphers that connect to her terror threats of the Sears Tower. And then it also connects to 9/11, her planning to do 9/11. Okay, the Sears Tower, which today is the Price Tower, and that's in Chicago. Then also in this is Mind Blown. M-I-N-E, blown. So this, I haven't had time to process it, but this might have to do with, remember when I decoded the decoded ciphers around memories of my childhood, and I was at my grandma's, and I was like 3 or 4 years old over there with my cousin Todd, and we were playing on our back patio, and we were playing with Tinker Toys. Okay, and I always built the same thing with the Tinker Toys and Lincoln Logs. And then I end up, like, a few years ago, I ended up decoding this whole memory out. And I find out about snake terrorism. I find out Gene Roberts has been stalking me my whole life. I find out Gene Roberts has been stalking my whole family. I find out she plans explosions. Not only the Oklahoma City bombing, but she plans explosions that range from or stretch from Oklahoma City down into Dallas. Okay? And that's already been reported to the government because I've already made reports to the government, and I already know several people have made reports to the government. So I don't know if that's thwarted or not. Okay? So that might go to that, mind blown, underground explosions. I'm not sure. Okay, and then JBR is in it, then Dent is in it, and then Dent They're saying that they put a dent in the way that the explosion of the building was. They're saying they put a dent in it. A dent goes to her planning to do the World Trade Center attack. It also goes to her crashing the plane in the Pentagon. With the Pentagon, she used wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Okay, so anyway, Oregon Bend, Oregon Trail is in it. Penance is in it. Doberman is in it. Bone Federal is in it. Harbor, Eden Isles, Oak Harbor is in it. Now, I've decoded this before, and I told you Gene Roberts and her Manson cult / KKK did the Oklahoma City bombing and World Trade Center attack. This is more evidence of her stalking my family. This connects to the other ciphers that I decoded of her doing the Oklahoma City bombing and her trying to frame my family and frame the Marine Corps. So she since then, Gene has blamed. There's so many different groups of people that Gene has blamed for doing the Oklahoma City bombing. Just give her put a different audience in front of her. Like, just put a subset group of people in front of her and ask her who committed a crime. You'll get a different effing answer every time. Gene Roberts and her Manson occult / KKK committed this crime. They did this bombing. Gene Jernigan Roberts. The one today that poses as a cop. She poses as a special cop. She's got that special stolen technology, and she's just a cop. She's a cop. She's found. She's so bad. She's not a cop. She's a terrorist. She's a perp. She also poses as FBI. She's not in the effing FBI. She is a terrorist. She is a perp. So anyway, this also connects to Crazy Train. Ozzy saying, and then Ozzy saying Crazy Train, okay, and then Crazy and Mad AIW theme, okay, which again, so see how all this is linked together, and then also the I where he goes I in the beginning of the song, okay, and then that goes all the way back to a little bit later than 1976. No, I was probably about the same age. It was probably 1976. When I was really little, like 5 or 6 years old, 4, 5, 6 years old, and I would say I all the time, and my mom would say, don't say that, that's a Mexican cuss word. And then I decoded all this terrorism around it. Okay, so that's connected there. Okay, and just so see all I in my podcast. Okay, so I turn on the news, moving forward, I turn on the news tonight, and there's a police chase going on in Los Angeles. In fact, it might still be going on. They might have the guy apprehended by now. It looks like an O.J. Simpson, like a literal car chase through L.A., okay? So I'm watching the car chase, and I can tell by the driver's moves, like where he's exiting and what he's doing, what he's passing, that he's literally being iced. He's being ice raped. Artificial intelligence. I could not see the cop cars. I saw the cop cars behind, but I couldn't see like the cop cars up close to tell you if the cops were also being iced or not. But the cops could be iced too. But anyway, so the exits that he's taking, there's no way at that high speed of a chase that he's cognitive to know where he's going to turn before he's going to turn, and then all the synchronization all the time, and twist the mustache, no, he's being iced. And it's literally Charles Manson Ku Klux Klan doing it. It is Gene Jernigan Roberts and her Manson occult. So this is how you know, okay? So he turned on Marina Del Rey. So what are the initials of Marina Del Rey? MDR. Okay, so you know instantly that goes to the notes I had on my phone from today, which I just got done podcasting to you, the continuation of the Oklahoma City bombing. So that goes to that. And then Culver, he passes Culver City. Okay, so Gene knows whenever I think of Culver's, I think of ice cream cake, and I always think of Carvel, and I always think of Louisiana. I think of ice cream cake, and I think of Louisiana. Okay, so she's using a Louisiana signature. And then he passes Jefferson Parish, Louisiana. Then I was talking I was walking through the house. I was walking outside, and Jean Roberts was on with her snot bag showing off to people who clearly get something out of their filth, right? So, I mean, it's all about exciting and stimulating her people. And then she gets their money. Okay, so some people she pulls into her crap and they're like, what's going on? They don't, and then they're like, And then you have dirty men and women are like, woohoo! I mean, she's just a big cloud of like. She's like Pigpen. And she calls everybody else pigs. She's literally like Pigpen. Everybody's like, so anyway, somebody was talking through me. Jean popped off in my brain and said something, and she was showing off to somebody, and I was just ignoring her. And I was like, I'm going to turn you out on the internet. I'm going to press charges against you again, Jean. You're a trafficker. You are a terrorist. I will tear you up. I will turn you in. And so she's like, but she's showing off. She's talking to somebody, and then she's like doing her usual cosplay and all that. So anyway, then somebody smarted off to her, and they said, oh, are you doing what you did with using the Navy emblem? There was a Navy emblem that hung on the wall at 177 Moonraker. Okay. And there was a guest over, and the guest looks like, remember when I told you he came over, and I was like, you look like that guy from Jersey Shore. Like, he was blowing my mind. Like, he looked like he literally just came from Jersey Shore. I was like, anyway, or we were talking about Jersey. No, he looked like he came from Jersey Shore, and I was tripping out. So she starts attacking me. This is way back then, okay, like 9 years ago. So she starts attacking me, and she starts like pointing my eyes at him, and then she starts pointing my eyes at this Navy emblem hanging on the wall. And she's just like juicing out, having a damn good time, and I'm freaking the hell out. I'm like, I don't even understand completely, like, what the hell is even going on? Like, why is my body being attacked? What is all this trippy shit? I'm in the middle of starting to decode everything. I'm like, what is going on? So anyway, so I'm like carrying on a normal conversation with this guy, and I'm like literally being attacked on the inside, and she and her nasties are having a hell of a good time. So Jean was basically using this guy as a stand-in and using me as a device to excite herself over the GTL guy, okay? And I still can't remember what the guy's name is. But anyway, so they were like, oh, are you doing what you did with the Navy emblem? And then she said something, then somebody got huffy puffy, and then they said, you know what, don't even try it. You make the Navy sick, Jean. You made them sick all the way back then. You still make them sick now. Quit acting like you're Mrs. Navy. You committed stolen valor. You are a terrorist. You are a child trafficker. You are a child abuser. You are a liar. So anyway, and an embarrassment to the United States of America, because she poses herself as the stand-in of the United States Navy, and she'll just speak for all and speak for everybody. As you know from my last podcast, she was speaking on behalf of Canada, that they're angry about tariffs. She just does whatever the heck she just freaking wants. And if you go near her, all she's going to do is throw her cosplay world at you. And she's just be like, that's all I'm doing. I'm just doing my thing. I'm just doing my thing. Which you know what her thing is. I mean, she is nasty. So anyway, so this conversation happened in my brain like yesterday. So GTL. So now you got the car chase, Grand Theft Auto. So Gina used GTL, so it's a revenge attack. It's like a revenge or get back, and she's icing this guy. GTL is turned into GTA. And then look, LA. GTA Grand Theft Auto. So then I'm like, I bet you I'm like, that dude is freaking iced. Because I can see all this because I know all this that's going on in my brain. And I'm like, I can see that he's being iced. And so I'm like, watch, I bet something will come up on CeeLo or Hollywood Hills. I bet you anything he's going to turn. And next thing you know, he turns, he makes some exit, and he passes something that says HHLA in big letters. Instantly. So there you have it, Hollywood Hills. Then Gene Roberts is using on this guy, this car chase, the theme of It's a Mad, Mad World. You have to see all my podcasts, see all Decode Mad, Mad World. And then she might also be doing a reference to Google Tesla driverless cars, bragging about ice raping this guy, using robotic technology on him. And then another thing that she did, Gene Roberts and ice raping this guy, and this car chase still could be going on right now, or could be at the end, I don't know. So it's like O.J. Simpson, he was in a white Bronco. Okay. And remember yesterday I said under my breath, and I've said this so many times in my podcast, it's like the slowest, most stupid car chase ever, because you already know who the perp is. It's ridiculous. So then this happens today. I mean, Jean just thinks she's hilarious. So anyway, so O.J. Simpson, white Bronco. So then O.J. Simpson was accused of taking Nicole Brown's life, okay? So Nicole Brown. So then Nicole Brown goes to Arlene Brown, which goes to the Oklahoma City bombing. And the guy is on the 405 highway in California, and 405 is the area code in Oklahoma City. And then here's something else that she used. This is all loose. Like, she probably used this, but this is adjective. Like, I can see it in here, but I'm like, this is all adjective. Like, it's just more stuff that she used. Mercedes, she's making a reference to Do You Want to Ride My Mercedes Boy by Pebbles. She's making a reference to Dr. Dre, NWA, Inglewood, he passed Inglewood. She's making a reference to Terry Cedarholm, a family friend of mine. And then she's using Holmes as in Sherlock Holmes, and then she's making a reference to Tex Watson. And then she's using a picture I made threatening her. It's on my wallpaper, and it's got New Orleans police, and then underneath it, it says, I can't even pronounce it in French, let the good times roll in French. And then underneath it, it says, let them give you a ride. So she's using that image. That's a song by the Cars. And then I think it's also a French song too. But anyway, that's a traditional phrase in New Orleans. So I'm like threatening Jean, like, why don't you let the cops pick you up? So anyway, that is the end of this recording. That guy, he's being iced. High-speed car chase. Happening right now. Maybe finished.